the owls don't see the sun. So the proof is, show me God. Unless you show me God, I won't believe it. Your eyes are closed. Show me God. It's ridiculous. There's a verse in this regard. There's Yamunacharya, what is it? Tamshila Rupa Charitai Parama Prakrishtai. He said, obviously you're God. Everything about you just absolutely, there's no question. There's all the proof, all the shastras, all the enlightened people, but demons don't recognize it. That comes up in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, and Srila Prabhupada quotes it in his Bhagavad Gita Prabhupada. Tramshila Rupa Charitai Parama Prakrishtai Satvena, what is it? Have you got it? Satvena Sattvikataya Prabalaischa Shastrai Prakata Daiva Paramata Vidangs Mataischa Naivasura Prakataya Prabhavanti Bodham. Be good if some of you young boys, you have good brains, you can remember these verses and go out and preach everywhere. I half remember, I've half remembered many shlokas, but I often don't remember them properly. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, by their very appearance, they bring light to this world. The Supreme Lord appears in this world to bring light. Otherwise, it's just darkness of ignorance. He comes to light up our lives and give us knowledge of the absolute truth. It's important to understand also that, just here, Vastu Prakashya. The Vastu, and the example will be given a little later in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Just as the sun and the moon, they show objects. Vastu, they reveal objects. But what is the Vastavik Vastu, or the Param Vastu? What is the ultimate object, I suppose you could say, Vastu? What is that? That is Krishna himself. So, this example given is further explained by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami himself. Surya Chandra Bahire Tamashe Binashe Bahir Bashtu Kota Pota Adi Se Prakashe Dui Bhai Hridaya Kali Andaka Dui Bhagavata Sange Karan Shakat Ka. The sun and moon dissipate the darkness of the external world and thus reveal external material objects like pots and plates. Gata, or gata, that's commonly used as an example. And now you're studying Sanskrit grammar, when you get into the text, you'll find gat. It's a common, just like gatakash, potakash. It's a commonly used example of something, some vastu, yes, the pot. So the sun and the moon dissipate the darkness of the external world and thus reveal external material objects like pots and plates. But these two brothers, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, dissipate the darkness of the inner core of the heart. And thus they help one meet two kinds of Bhagavatas, persons or things in relation with the personality of Godhead. They dissipate the darkness of the inner core of the heart. And we'll find just after this in the Mangalarna of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami quotes Rup Goswami in saying, Sada Hridaya Kandare Spurutu Va Satchinandana. May Satchinandana, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, manifest himself or appear within the inner core of your heart. Inner core of your heart, that means the spiritual aspect of the heart. It's not something that can be biologically located. It's what I presume in all languages of the world is referred to as the heart. When we, in a particular way, we talk about the heart as a physical object, but we also talk about the heart in terms of emotions. That person has no heart, he's heartless. And we talk about Hardik Abhinandana, from the heart. Congratulations from the heart. In my heart, I feel it's right. Be careful. But in the inner core of the heart, then we say Hriddeshe Juna Tishtati, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hridde. That means the spiritual area of the heart, which is described in the either Chandogya or Brihadaranyaka. I believe Chandogya, is it? That Dahana Vidya section comes, which describes the heart where the Atma resides with Paramatma. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that within the heart, Atma Paramatma, there's Panchatattva, Navadvip, it's all there in the heart, but we don't see. But when we have the mercy of Gaur Nitai, then we can see them always dancing in the heart and join them dancing in the heart. Hriday Chaitanya, great devotee, he captured Gaur Nitai in their heart, in his heart. He, by his ecstatic dancing, he left the deities, Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, in the temple. He was actually banished by his guru. Get out of here. So he went and had a Sankirtan festival, and Gaur Nitai, the deities, they thought, what are we doing standing here? There's kirtan going on over, and they went out and joined the kirtan. So Gauridas Pandit came, and then Gaur Nitai, he came out with a stick to chase Gaur Nitai back. And they jumped into disciples' heart. They're afraid of getting beaten. And then he said, all right, so, okay, you win. You got them. So he got the name Hriday Chaitanya. You have Chaitanya in your heart. So we all have, but because we are so hard-hearted, we don't even recognize Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in our heart. How can we find Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in our heart? Here the idea is given that they remove the darkness in the heart. How do they do that? By giving the association of two kinds of Bhagavats. And that is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It goes on to explain. Ek Bhagavata Bada, Bhagavata Shastra, Ar Bhagavat Bhakta Bhakti Rasa Patra. There are two kinds of Bhagavat. One is the book Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam, and the other is the devotee who is the receptacle of Bhakti Rasa.